Hey everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of our trip up the Barriere River. Like I said, I'm showing every part of this. I'm not cutting anything out because it was an epic run. So we're still going up at this point. I believe when Rob and I went up, we went 7.5K, and on this day we went up almost right around 10 kilometers. And could have kept going, but if we had other boats with us, definitely would have done that. Just a beautiful day, beautiful scenery, lots of water. Water is down probably 1.5 feet from when Rob and I ran it, probably a week or two prior. So the water's not as high and fast, but it's lower and there's more rocks exposed. When Rob and I went up, that was the first time ever I went up the Barriere River and never hit a rock. Can't say that on this day. As you'll see shortly. I think I already hit a rock going up, didn't I? In part 1. One day I'd really like to have a tent and a sleeping bag and some overnight stuff and food, etc. and see if I can make it all the way to North Barriere Lake. It would have to be in May sometime during the high water. I don't even think I have my boat at half throttle. I'm just taking it easy. Although it is fun to go really fast. But I'm being careful, being that we are the only boat. No one to help us if something happens. I'm very fortunate to have this river, the North Thompson, the Shuswap, the Clearwater, all within 2 hours of my house at the most. North Thompson's right at the end of my street, but I got to drive 35 kilometers to launch the boat. So I'm just keeping an eye out here for rocks. Basically trying to miss all the white areas where the water's being disturbed. That usually means a rock, or you can visually see it. Like on the left there, that white spot. Or white water, not spot. But for the most part it was fairly clear. And a white spot like that doesn't always mean you're going to hit a rock. It's just there's a good chance that there is something there causing turbulence, making the water white. Like you can see that rock there on the left that I just went by. Try to avoid them. Going up is much easier. Coming down, you got very little time to make a split decision. Right there is a good rock. So I'm thinking in my head, okay, I gotta remember this, but it's just impossible to remember where they all are. I'm sure there's some people in this world that can, but I'm not that talented. So when you come around the corner like this and you look ahead and you see nothing but white, it's the glare of the sun on the water. It's really hard to see. Try to stay at the open waters. You see me working to the left here because it's not as white there. But it is really hard to see. Not sure what that is. Probably some sort of pump house or something at one time. Or drainage or something. Yeah, but sometimes that glare makes it, you just can't see nothing, but everything's just a big glare. That's when you really focus right in front of your boat. Going upstream, you can make those quick maneuvers to avoid the rocks, but coming down, you basically have to go way faster because you got to crank the motor and give it a good shot of fuel. And you'll see coming down. Water's getting a little faster. Like I say, I'm just taking my time. It's never a race. You notice a lot of these rocks too, they're pretty sharp, so I really didn't want to hit any. Most of them are river rocks and they're smooth, but there's some pretty jagged ones. I'm not going very fast up here right now at all, am I? Not sure how much farther I go. I mean, I really wanted to, but I think I stop here pretty soon. See a little rainbow from the splash. Another rock. More rocks to the right. Just stop for a little break. I'm going to continue up a little farther. It's definitely getting more narrow. Doesn't seem to be as much water either, but there is. It widens up again here. There's a lot of exposed rocks. I don't know what I was pointing at. Something. Yeah, this was exactly a month ago to the day. This was May 23rd. Can't go this far up the Clearwater now, not without beating the crap out of your boat and motor. Definitely already farther than when Rob and I went. Pretty good waves to the left there. Picking the easiest and safest route. See what I did there? Took the clear water instead of the white water. Just safer. There's some good nuggets showing now if you have a look. It's nice when I get an open area like this, I can actually look around rather than focusing on the water. It's all new water to me. Right now my mind is just thinking, I gotta watch for all the rocks that are coming down. How am I gonna do that? Basically I just stay on step and I'm just scanning everywhere in front of me and making hard turns. It's almost like a slalom course you'll see here in a bit when I'm coming down. It was a great day on the river today. On this day, I should say, which was a month ago today. Scanning ahead because it looks all white and there's big rocks. Double checking that the camera's still recording. Man, I haven't watched this video for a while. I didn't realize I really went this far. That's a long ways up. I think the water conditions are just perfect right now. Perfect depth, perfect speed. I so wanted to keep going further. Water's so clear. There's got to be good fishing holes up here. Love coming around a corner and seeing this. Nothing but white. Makes you really have to think and concentrate on what line to take. Basically when it's all white like that, I kind of just stay to the middle. See how it's all white up ahead? I'm going, okay, where should I go? Where are the rocks? Go right up the middle. Give me a little bit of trouble. Nothing serious, so didn't get my heart going. Probably should have hit that a lot faster. Sometimes speed is your friend. Actually, a lot of times. Jet boating anyways. And then it just flattens right out and calms right down. And I mean, we're still running into houses, cabins, whatever. I think people live in them full time. Just beautiful area. Long winters though. Thought about for a second taking the in between those bushes, but there's no water. Don't see a lot of areas that would be nice for camping though. Unless you camped on somebody's property, which I ain't about to do that. Every once in a while I stop and shut the camera off and turn it back on just to make shorter clips so it's easier during editing. Look at this water, it's just gorgeous. I mean, if I kayaked, that would be an amazing kayak to go up to North Barriere River, North Barriere Lake, and kayak down to the North Thompson. That would be epic. Lots of rock showing. I think once I go around this corner, it's pretty much as far as I go. And that'll actually be the end of part 2 of the Barriere River run, 10K up. I'll do a little talk here, and then you guys will have to wait for part 3. Alright, as you probably just seen, we just navigated quite a ways up the Barriere River, a lot farther than Rob and I went, but it is probably down a foot or more from when Rob and I were here, so there's a lot more rocks exposed. I'm not going to go any further other than here, as you can see. I mean, I could, but I am just a little bit nervous about going down because there is some pretty big rocks that are hard to see when you're going downstream, as you all know. Like, there's rocks there and you can't even see them. And I can't go by my memory on where they're at, so yeah, this is probably going to conclude part 1 of going up the Barriere River. Part 2 is going to be going down, and let's see how many rocks I hit. Fingers crossed I don't hit any, but there's a lot of them exposed. Motor did not act up this time to this point from the last point, so that's good. But yeah, awesome river, Barriere River here. So we're gonna continue on, head back down to the river, and whoa, these slippery rocks. I'm gonna end up in the drink. Ow. And yeah, stay tuned for more action in part 2, and thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the notifications button so you don't miss any of the future content. And take care, everybody, and be safe. I am.